So what if you could take your workplace right now and transform it from a potential minefield of hidden risks into an absolute powerhouse of safety and efficiency? Well, today we're unpacking the exact blueprint to do just that.
All right, let's just start with a really direct question. I want you to think about your own workplace for a second. Is it just getting by? Or is it genuinely operating at its peak potential for both safety and productivity? You see, this is the core challenge we're going to tackle today. Because let's be real, the reality for so many workplaces is this: a non-stop, high-pressure environment. We're talking high-speed production lines, incredibly complex machinery, and that constant pressure to perform, to hit the numbers. And it's right here, in this high-stakes game, that those hidden risks can lead to some really serious consequences if they're not managed proactively.
So first, let's just officially dive into what we mean by the high-stakes workplace. This is that environment where the push for efficiency can often feel like it's totally at odds with the well-being of your employees.
So, how do you get those two things to work together instead of against each other? Well, the answer isn't just piling on more rules and regulations. It's about installing a smarter operating system for your entire workplace, a proactive, people-centered system.
And that system is what we call effective workplace management. Now, the key word here, the one I really want you to lock onto, is proactive. We're talking about a massive shift away from the old model of just fixing things after they break. This is a mindset that prevents problems from ever even happening in the first place. It's all about creating an environment that is safe and productive by its very design.
This whole framework is really built on 5 core pillars, and they all have to work together. It starts with proactively hunting down risks before they become incidents. It creates a workplace that's organized and visual. It empowers every single employee to be part of the solution, ensures you're always getting better, and crucially, it's all driven from the top by committed leadership. You can't skip any of them.
Okay, so that's the what. Now for the how. How do we actually put this system to work on the ground? Well, it all comes down to 8 core principles.
Now this is basically the engine room of the whole system. Let's just walk through a couple of these, because the real magic is in how they're put into practice. Take a look at Principle 2, Workplace Organization. This uses the 5S methodology. That's sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. It sounds simple, but it's an incredibly powerful way to create a workspace that's radically organized and efficient. Then you've got Principle 3, Employee Involvement, using things like Kaizen systems. This empowers your team on the floor to constantly suggest small, tiny improvements that over time add up to massive gains. And check out number 4, Leadership Commitment. This is made real through things like Gemba Walks, where leaders actually go to the workplace, to the shop floor, to see what's happening and help solve problems right there. And of course, number 6, Standardized Processes. This means crystal clear standard operating procedures, or SOPs, and critical safety rules like LOTO, that's lockout tagout, which makes sure machinery is safely shut off during maintenance. You see, it's all about making the right way, the only way. Every single one of these links a big idea to a concrete action and a clear benefit.
So you've got all these principles, but how do they all combine to create a formula that actually wins? Well, the key, the real secret, is integration. This framework is all about blending proven global methods with your essential legal requirements.
This slide really illustrates that fundamental mindset shift we've been talking about. The old, reactive way is all about waiting for something to go wrong and then scrambling to fix it. The new, proactive system is about building a culture that prevents failure from the very start. You know, it's the difference between being a firefighter and being an architect.
So what are the key ingredients in this formula? Well, first, you're integrating global best practices. This means using these powerful lean manufacturing tools, like the 5S system we just mentioned, to get rid of chaos, and Kaizen to tap into the brilliant improvement ideas of every single employee on your team.
The second, absolutely critical ingredient is grounding everything you do in legal reality. So, for example, in the Indian context, this means making sure every principle, every single practice aligns perfectly with the mandates of the Occupational Safety, Health, and Working Conditions Code, the OSH code. This makes the system not just effective, but totally bulletproof from a compliance standpoint.
And right there, that's the secret sauce. The real power here comes from this fusion. You're merging the relentless efficiency and the employee empowerment of lean tools with the non-negotiable requirements of legal safety codes. One drives incredible performance, the other ensures total protection. And together, they create superior, sustainable results every time.
Which brings us to the most important question of all, right? What's the payoff? Why should any leader or organization invest the time and energy to build this system? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It lies in both safety and success.
And the benefits here, they're not just talk. They are tangible. Fewer accidents and incidents obviously means less downtime. A more engaged workforce takes way more ownership of their work. Having full legal compliance, that gives you incredible peace of mind. And all of this combines to make you more productive, more competitive, and frankly, ready for any crisis that might come your way.
So as we close this out, I want to leave you with one final question. Don't worry about trying to do everything at once. Just based on everything we've explored, what is the one small, proactive change your team could start tomorrow to begin building a safer, more efficient workplace? Because that right there, that's where this whole journey begins.